IFSCA Grade A detailed notification for 2025 is already out, and in this particular video we are going to clear your confusion related to eligibility criteria. We'll be discussing about the increase in salary and the exam pattern and what all the changes are there as compared to the earlier notification. So let's start the discussion. The very first thing that we'll be covering is the eligibility criteria for IFSCA examination. First, let's talk about the educational qualification, and yes, there is a change in the educational qualification. I'll be discussing about the current educational qualification requirement as well as whatever was in the previous notification. So we'll be discussing about both of them. The very first thing, I'm talking about general stream here. There are 12 vacancies as of now in the general stream, right? The very first category of people who are qualified are those who are having a master degree, and the specialization can be there in the statistics, right? It can be there in the economics, it can be there in the commerce. So even if you have done MCom degree, you are eligible, right? If you have done a master's degree in economics, if you have done a master's degree in statistics, you are eligible. Business administration, that means MBA finance here is also eligible, right? MBA finance is also eligible, and you can see that business administration finance or its equivalent. So there is a complete explanatory note as well in this particular notification related to the MBA finance and what is the eligibility requirement for its equivalent degree, right? Degrees that are equivalent to MBA finance, uski bhi we will be definitely having a discussion. Then econometrics. If you are having a master's degree in econometrics, again you are eligible. So that's about the master's degree. Master's degree in statistics, economics, commerce, MBA finance or economic metrics, right? Or bachelor's degree. Bachelor's degree, now it's there in the information technology. So bachelor's degree जिनने IT में की है, computer science में करी है, या फिर you have done a master's degree in computer application MCA किया है, या फिर आपने IT के अंदर कोई master degree किया, again you are eligible. Next criteria, और ये criteria जहाँ पे बहुत सारे लोग disqualify होने वाले हैं, बैचलर्स डिग्री इन कॉमर्स एंड इट इज रिटन एंड नॉट और, ठीक है? ऑब्लिक में नहीं लिखा हुआ है, ना और लिखा हुआ है, एंड लिखा हुआ है, एंड इज रिटन हियर. सो बैचलर्स डिग्री इन कॉमर्स एंड सीए और सीएफए और सीएस और आईसीडब्ल्यूआई. सो यू नीड टू हैव अ बैचलर्स डिग्री इन कॉमर्स. से फॉर एग्जांपल मेरे पास एक बीकॉम डिग्री है, बैचलर्स डिग्री ऑफ कॉमर्स, प्लस आई नीड टू बी ईदर अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट और आई कैन बी अ CFA or I can be a CS or I can be a ICWAI, right? Cost works and accountants, basically cost and works accountant. So that's the criteria. You need to have BCom plus these professional degree, any of the professional degree. Now here is the point where maximum log will be getting disqualified. Why? Because maybe you are a chartered accountant and you haven't done BCom, instead you have done some other degree, you are disqualified. That's completely, I can say, complex here to understand the idea behind the educational qualification of the IFSCA. If you have done a BCom degree, you are not eligible. Bachelor's degree in IT वाला eligible है, but BCom degree वाला भी यहाँ पे eligible नहीं हो पा रहा है इस वाले particular educational qualification के ऊपर. We can't do anything. That's it, what it is, right? Next is bachelor's degree in law. If you have done a bachelor's degree in law, again you are eligible. So can I say that it's more of a SEBI kind of criteria? वहाँ पे भी same चीज़ है कि आप law graduate हो या फिर आप वहाँ पे engineering है, ठीक है, यहाँ पे computer science कर दिया है, so master's degree है तो फिर आप eligible हो जाते हो. But bachelor's degree के साथ you need to have professional qualification of CA, CFA, CS, ICWA. That's compulsory. सिर्फ CA, CS हो तो भी यहाँ पे एलिजिबिलिटी होते हुए मुझे आप नहीं दिख रहे हो. वाई? बिकॉज यू नीड टू हैव इट टुगेदर, द बैचलर्स डिग्री प्लस, राइट? Earlier the criteria was different here, right? Earlier the criteria was different here. Okay, as of now यही हमारे पास इंफॉर्मेशन है जो आपके सामने है, राइट? अगर इफ वी गो टू द लिटरल मीनिंग ऑफ दिस थिंग, देन यहाँ पे एंड लगा हुआ है बीच में. Okay, now if I talk about MBA, right, here they have written administration, masters in administration finance, business administration finance, or its equivalent. Now even if you are having a equivalent degree which is equivalent to MBA finance, still you are eligible. There is no problem at all, you will be eligible, right? So for the qualification of MBA finance, equivalent qualification shall also be admissible. It will even be fine if you are having some related degree close to MBA finance, right, where the degree certificate is not clearly explicitly mentioning about the specialization. Let's suppose you are having a degree related to MBA finance and the specialization in finance is not mentioned in your degree. Now what you need to do, you need to furnish a particular evidence that you have done a degree in finance, right? If I want to make a degree equivalent to MBA finance, then at least it should be finance degree, right? Finance master degree. That's how it's going to be equivalent to MBA finance. So you need to furnish the evidence, but acceptance of that evidence will be solely depending on the IFSCA judgment only, right? Still, they have clearly mentioned if you are having any related degree related to MBA finance, you will be eligible here. Candidates must have been obtained a minimum of 60% marks or equivalent. Now this is a game changer, right? You need to have a bare minimum 60% marks, doesn't matter whether in master's degree or in bachelor's degree. Whether you are having a bachelor degree, you are eligible. You are having a master degree, you are eligible, but you need to have a minimum of 60% marks or equivalent grade here, right? So without 60%, you can't even apply for this particular job. Again, that is the second change. The candidates who have appeared in the final qualifying examination, let's suppose you have just appeared for the final examination of your bachelor degree or master degree, you are eligible, your results are awaited, still you are eligible to appear in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, doesn't matter, you are in any phase of the IFSC exam, you are eligible, right? You are eligible, so that's a good news. That's a good news. So here if we see both the new eligibility criteria and the old eligibility criteria, I can say that the first one is master's degree with specialization in statistics. Statistics was also earlier there, economics was there, commerce was there, business administration was there. So the change here is or its equivalent, MBA or its equivalent. So the very first change here is MBA finance or its equivalent. They have added or its equivalent here, right? So the degrees that are related to MBA finance, it can be any degree, but it should be in finance. If specialization is not mentioned in your degree, please note that if specialization is not mentioned in your degree, you need to get an evidence from the university and you need to furnish that evidence. Then only it will be treated as equivalent to MBA. Okay, the very first observation. Then earlier bachelor's degree, IT, CS, master's degree था, तो ये बिल्कुल same है as it is. This is same only, right? ये दोनों क्राइटेरिया सेम है. पहला चेंज आ गया आपका MBA और इक्विवेलेंट ऐड कर दिया. दे हैव एडेड और इक्विवेलेंट. फिर अगेन अ मेजर चेंज. अर्लियर what they stated is, we can see here that bachelor's degree in commerce with appearing in CA, CFA, CS, CWA. If you are having a bachelor's degree in commerce, यानी कि आपके पास BCom है and you are appearing, even if you are appearing in any of the professional examinations, still you are eligible. Still you are eligible. However, they have clearly written here bachelor's degree in commerce and CA, CFA, CSN, ICWA. तो यहाँ पे एक और change है, right? This is again a change. So can I say in the point number 1 there is a change? In point number 3 there is a change. Or bachelor's degree in law. Earlier also it was written, right? Earlier also it was written, but there was one more thing which was written here. Or any other discipline from a recognized university. So earlier in the old eligibility, it doesn't matter. Even if you are having a BCom degree, even if you are having any kind of degree, any other bachelor's degree from a recognized university in any other discipline used to be eligible. Now this is the old criteria. The new criteria nowhere states about the fact that any discipline is eligible. Okay. So here exclusively these disciplines will be eligible. Okay. So I hope यहाँ पे कोई भी किसी को भी कोई भी confusion अभी तक नहीं रहा हो, right? There is no confusion here. I hope that, right? Then if I talk about the IT vacancies, now they have also released the IT vacancies. We can see that there are 4 vacancies related to information technology. So if you are having the requisite qualification, you can go ahead with the IT vacancy as well. Legal vacancy also, they have released 4 vacancies in the legal side is also there. The age limit again is the same. Your age must not exceed 30 years of age. Okay, so there is no bare minimum limit, there is maximum age limit, which is the 30 years of age on 25th of September 2025. So cutoff criteria क्या दिया है? 25th of September 2025 is the cutoff criteria here, right? That's the age limit. Next, the most lucrative part of the video, obviously salary, right? The biggest motivation, I can say. Here is the new package. Here is the new gross pay and allowances. We can see that the gross pay is now 1,80,000 rupees per month. Okay, 1,80,000 rupee per month is the gross pay and allowance, which is including everything. It is including the IFSCA's contribution towards the NPS, grade allowance, special grade allowance, DA, right? Everything is included here. All the allowances are also included here. So the package is now 1,80,000, which is quite good as of now, right? And here we can see the basic pay as well, right? Plus there will be some other benefits which they have stated, like leave fare concession, medical expenses, personal accident insurance. So these benefits are everywhere, I can see, in mostly in all the regulatory bodies, right? So this is the new salary. This is the new salary. We can see that the new salary is 1,80,000. The old salary used to be 1,43,000 per month, right? So there is an increase, there is a good amount of increase here in the per month salary, I can say, right? So again, it will be a very lucrative job, I can say. Next, coming to the exam pattern. If we talk about the exam pattern, there are no changes in the exam pattern. Basically, the changes are there in the eligibility criteria only, is what I can see from the notification as of now, right? There are no more changes in the exam pattern in the syllabus. So your exam pattern again will be in 3 phases. Your phase 1 will be the elimination round. Your phase 2 will be definitely playing a huge role in your final selection. And then your phase 3 is your interview, right? The phase 1 date is on 11th of October 2025. Phase 2 date is on 15th of November 2025, right? So on both the Saturdays, you are having exam on 11th of October and 15th of November. And your application window, you can see, is from 11th of September to 25th of September. So end moment का wait मत करो, time से आप apply कर दो. Coming to the phase 1, here we are having a 60-minute duration, 100 marks. You will be getting general awareness 25 questions, English language 25 questions, quant and reasoning again 20-25 questions. So I can say GA, English, quant and reasoning, right? QRE GA is what you need to prepare. They are having an equal weightage of 20, 20, 25, 25, 25, 25, right? 60 minutes, total 100 marks. The cutoff is 30%. You need to have a bare minimum cutoff in the paper 1, 30%, right? There is no subject wise cutoff as of now here, right? So phase 1 की phase 1 के अंदर paper 1 की cutoff is 30% and the paper 2 की cutoff is 40%. Here we will be talking about general stream. So you'll be having in paper 2 multiple choice questions related to general knowledge. Again, general awareness will be essential. Current affairs of national and international importance, economics, social development, sustainable development, poverty, demographics, commerce and accountancy, management, finance, costing, Indian economy, global economy, 5-year plan, central government's initiative. So you need to study these much things, I can say, for this 100 marks in paper 2. There will be 50 questions. Every question will be 2 marker question. Okay, every question will be 2 marker question, right? There is no change in the syllabus again, and you need to have a bare minimum cutoff of 40% to qualify this, right? There will be negative marking. 1/4 will be the negative marking in both your paper 1 and paper 2 in your phase 1, right? You need to secure separate cutoff in both the papers, 30% for paper 1, 40% for paper 2. And phase 1 is just for the short listing, right? So it's just the elimination round, and it will just make you qualify for phase 2. Your phase 2 will be determining your final selection in the examination. If I talk about the phase 2 examination, Again, in paper 1 you will be having English, but this is descriptive test, right? So 100 marks of descriptive test you need to face here. Pressy writing, essay writing and comprehension. Pressy writing 35 marks, essay writing 30 marks and comprehension 35 marks. 60-minute duration will be there. The cutoff will be 30% and the weightage will be 1/3, right? So this is a SEBI-like weightage criteria in the phase 2 examination. The weightage criteria will be 1/3. Coming to the paper 2, you will be having, if you are applying from legal stream, then 50 questions of 2 marks, and again if you are applying from IT, then the relevant question related to IT stream, 50 question of 2 marks, and if you are applying from the general stream, multiple choice questions on IFSCA Act, Union Budget, Economic Survey. So again, the paper pattern and the syllabus has not changed, guys. Here again 50 questions, 2 markers. So can I say that in phase 1 paper 2, in phase 2 paper 2, 50 questions of 2 markers will be there, right? 50 questions of 2 markers will be there, but you need to study commerce and accountancy, finance and all in the phase 1, and here in the phase 2 you need to go into the depth of IFSCA Act, Union Budget, Economic Survey and so on, right? So that's the criteria, guys. Again, 1/3 weightage is being given. The cutoff is 30% for paper 1 in phase 2. I'm talking about phase 2 paper 1. Weightage is 1/3 only. Cutoff is 30%. And the interesting part is, in your paper 2 of phase 2, the weightage is 2/3, right? So this will definitely ensure your final selection, is what I can say, right? Because of the higher weight, plus a 40% bare minimum is required as the cutoff here, right? Obviously in phase 2 they have given the weightage of 85%, and for your interview again 15% weight has been given. And guys, in case if you are looking for the mentorship, then at Olive Board we have already launched a course related to IFSCA Grade A 2025. This is for both your phase 1 and your phase 2 preparation. This is a crash course which will be nothing more than a full course only, right? You'll be getting 200 plus live recorded sessions, 80 plus notes on IFSC subjects. There will be mock test, there will be numerical test. Everything will be included in this particular course, even the descriptive test, right? So classes, notes, mock test, everything will be there, and the medium will be completely in English, okay? So if you are looking for any kind of mentorship, you can check out the course highlights for IFSCA code. And in case if you are having any technical queries related to commerce and accountancy, finance, right, you can definitely reach out to me on Telegram as well. Okay guys, thank you so much. So these were the changes. I can say the major changes are there in the eligibility criteria. I've already told you the eligibility criteria, educational qualification in a very detailed manner here. I don't think now there is a scope of any kind of confusion. Okay, so thank you so much. All the very best for your examination, guys. Bye bye. Take care.